Okay, it's September 25th at 9. What? I was going to say 9:52. It's 11:52. How is it 11:52? Okay, my hair's a mess. This is how it is now. Obviously, I don't care. Um, I'm going to try to watch South Park on the phone. The new one. And there's other stuff to talk about. I saw a movie today that I can't even say disappointed in, but yeah. And then there's the Wicked for Good trailer. I don't know if I should watch that or not. I thought I downloaded it. I didn't. So for now, we're going to do the South Park. Let's see. And go. MTV. Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit off. So here we are. Going down to South Park. Gonna have myself a time. Okay, so that's where we're at. In my tester video, I was doing that weird throat noise people make when they have an itchy throat. Sorry if I end up doing that. I haven't done that for a long time. I don't know if I'll come down to the cold or what. Now, I didn't know what they were going to do because of the Charlie Kirk situation. I came up with a whole plot that would have been great, but from what I gather, I think they just did something else. Like veered off course. Let's see. Kipling. Weebelows are like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or whatever. I don't know why it was like this. It was foggy and rainy the last 2 days. So. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No, that's a dude. Oh. I was 60% as well. Oh, I never heard of that. Oh, I would lose some if I had money to lose. I was always like, want to bet, want to bet. Kyle's mom's Netanyahu. Kyle's got a cold. She said, and look, the Jews aren't Netanyahu. I don't know why Jesus hasn't fixed the whole thing himself, but I don't know why it keeps getting. My TV hasn't been coming in for the last few days. I don't know what happened. Just stopped getting a signal. Every once in a while the universe does that to me, but I feel like maybe this time it's finally dead. I've had it for years, the antenna. See, that's where we left off with the Satan baby. It's going to be a girl. Was that JD? Yeah. Look, I don't like JD Vance. End of story. I didn't like him before he was picked as Beep. I don't think parents ever gave the kids all their attention. Oh, he's knitting blue though. That is blue, right? Not green. Oh, here it comes. Naked again. Yeah, I don't know all those rules. I mean, obviously cigarettes, but he's standing there with a hanger. Now, this isn't just buffering or whatever the way it was on my tablet, but it's still clicking. I like to bet on long shots too. Remotely. Yeah, I this suddenly looks way fatter than before. Yeah, you bet on mom and Gaza because he's saying that. Strategic advisor for predictive markets. Is that Don Jr.? Is it? Why isn't his mouth not opening? Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Is his drawer wired shut? He's in another room. Answer the damn phone. She's sitting there. I don't. Oh, I really suddenly want to go to sleep bed. No, that's not nice. You want Satan to fall down the stairs. You know, my mother fell down the stairs when she was pregnant with me. Broke both her ankles. I wonder how that happened. I don't know who that is. I saw his name in reference to this episode. I don't know who Brendan Carr is. Am I supposed to know? I've never seen that name before in my life. Is that a real person? Yeah, like I said, I watch the news, but I don't do all the politics stuff, and that is a long shot though. She might. Yes, she does. Cafe Monet. Yeah. They're gonna ask her about Gaza and see if they can make money on the app. Isn't that insider trading? Just saying. No, that's because it's bets. Never mind. Bomb a hospital? No. This is what I've been saying. Yeah, but then that makes the long odds shorter odds. Oh, he does his own cooking? I mean, oh no. He's gonna put a bunch of Plan B in the dinner? That'd probably kill you, right? He put a whole vat of it in there. I don't think it's gonna work on Satan, personally, because he's not a human. Just a little leg. Ah, relax, guy. Is Brendan Carr a real person? He's eating it. Yeah, I kind of figured. That's terrible. Those carrots must have been from where? Well, a lot of Jewish people in America are Israel. They have an Israeli citizenship. Not obviously Jews that came from Europe. like their ancestors did. What's his name? Brendan Carr? Brendan Carr is an American lawyer who has served as the chair of the Federal Communications Commission since this is 2025. January 5th, 1979. He's younger than me. Man, there's all these people that are younger than me that freak me out because I look at them and I'm like, really? I'm that old? Oh, I really don't like J.D. Vance. Even this version of him. I don't find that funny. All right, from Cats. Yeah. See, I'm not finding this episode interesting yet, and probably half over it. I don't know. What the hell is that? I don't know. I'm 1400. Jesus. Yeah, what if it does work out? I mean, that is Don Jr., right? This isn't interesting. All the stuff in the world. Alright, so my plan was to have the Cartman version of the Master Debater survive, and that they would all go, they would team up, the Master Debater and Jesus would team up with Mel Gibson to um, exorcise President Trump because he's having a baby with Satan. But then it would turn out that demon that would come out would be the guy who keeps bombing Gaza. So that was my plan for how to have a good new episode. I don't know why I'm suddenly winded. Now, here's the thing about losing your freedom of speech. I don't care what Jimmy Kimmel says, and I don't care what anybody says. They can say what they want. But when you're constantly aggravating half of the people who could be watching your show, you're not making your company money. So they have the right to get rid of you. And I do feel like if you're sowing the seeds of haterade amongst half the people, it's not okay. And I wish we could just have comedians again. You know? Well, I don't even care what happens in the future, so I don't know why I said that. See, I don't find this J.D. Vance tattoo funny at all. I really could go to sleep. He's talking to himself. Like, not like talking to yourself, you're there and nobody else is there. He's talking to himself on the other end of the phone. This message is pretty much feeling like a 3 out of 10 right now. I'm not even kidding. I don't know why they're... What time is it? Yeah, there's like a minute left. Yeah, 3 out of 10 episode. I don't get it. What about that was funny? Nothing's been funny this season. They said they went after... I read it said that this car guy was going to maybe lose his freedom of speech. And then it went hard against Netanyahu. Why'd she go to Israel? Oh, maybe she is finding Netanyahu. Hold on. Well, that looks like him. That's it. Okay, how about a 4 out of 10? Because she actually went and told Netanyahu off. But honestly, I mean, I know that everybody gets canceled or whatever, but they got that huge contract and everybody thought they were going to do whatever they wanted, and they... Even the episodes that did come on, the one with Cartman kind of being like Charlie Kirk, I didn't find any of these funny. What's that noise? So, yeah, I think I will try to. I mean, let me watch the last 30 seconds here, make sure there's nothing there. So today I saw one battle after another. Again, not disappointing, not even underwhelming. It's just like I don't even know what I was supposed to think about. I don't know what they were like. What was the outcome I was supposed to want? The not lead character, but the character everything's based on is I don't even know that lady's name, but she looks exactly like Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench. She's the one who has the baby, and then spoilers. And then Leo's there, and Leo's kind of the main character. Sean Penn does a supporting role, which is kind of good, but also kind of over the top. Um, and it's like I don't really understand what the purpose was. I don't understand what that character, the mother, motivation was. She's kind of horrible character that I don't like. But then even I don't even know what her goal was. So if you wanted people to root for her goal, what was it? You know what I mean? Benicio was hardly in it. I thought it was going to be a bunch of him and Leo. It's not. Yeah, it's like to me I put it in the middle of the Paul Thomas Anderson catalog. And the thing is, I mean, I love Magnolia. I love Boogie Nights. I liked Inherent Vice a lot. I thought Phantom Fred was really, well done. I thought The Master was really well done. I literally was looking at Letterboxd, looking at the movies that he directed, and I'm like, I swore I liked like 6 of this guy's movies, which it's not that I hate those other ones, but it's just basically Boogie Nights and Magnolia looks like. I don't know why I thought there was other ones that anyways. So yeah, I gave that movie an 8 out of 10 because you have these great actors in it. Of course it's not going to have smudges or a boom mic sticking out of it. But it's still like, what the hell happened here? So let's try watching Wicked for good. Final trailer, right? Oh, was that a pink train limo? Obsession later. I'm totally gonna fall asleep. I don't know why I got, even just from reading like a kind of synopsis of the play, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm really gonna dislike the second half here. I don't know. The trailer looks bad, like the CGI or whatever of you have no real powers. See, that sounds like they just took that voice clip of her saying that to the wizard in the last one. Can't resist what? So she wasn't even old when she got killed by you know who? See, the CGI looks bad. It looks dark. I don't know why. Like the Long Night episode of Game of Thrones. That's what it made me think of. Because this is. I remember people complaining about the color in the last movie. Look at that. I can't even see it. This is on my phone. This is the sharpest picture I'm going to get. And very small. So it shouldn't look incredibly dark like that. I think they always optimize it for the perfect conditions, IMAX or whatever, and then you watch it on any other, platform or whatever, and it just doesn't look right because it's only optimized for that one very specific way of being projected. See, like, you can't see their faces, there's no light on their face. Why can't you light their faces? I mean, November 21st. Hopefully I'll have my shit together by then. I had intended to try to go to Boston either tomorrow or sometime this weekend because I want to find a place to get my hair cut and washed and stuff and all that. I don't want to just get a haircut. But even still, it's too much money. So I was like, maybe there's a beauty school or whatever. I tried looking it up. Everything, it's like I said, it's not COVID lockdowns anymore. Everything is still, I mean, like, even public meetings I would like to go to, the ones I would like to go to, they're still being done over Teams. I'm sorry. We've been back to quote unquote normal. We've been going to real life things for 2 years, most of us. It took a while for people to gradually get back on board, but people been showing up in person for 2 straight years in normal-ish numbers. So all this stuff where you gotta make these appointments and you make appointments so far ahead, and ugh, it's so stupid for everything right now. But yeah, so the world's in the shitter, which it was already crap, but now it's in the shitter. I don't know what's going on. I can't get my brain right. My brain's been humid for the last couple days. It's just been raining like crazy. I'm worried all the time. When I'm home by myself or when I'm sitting in the movie theater, I'm alright. But otherwise, if I have to talk to people, if I have to, I'm just having a really, really hard time. And I just feel like, and this, I'm not saying people, you know, it's going to come out sounding wrong anyway. But the point is, I don't want these. Like, if I say I know 100 people, just say I know 100 people, the degree to which I like any of them or not, not taking that into account. The point is, I wouldn't have chosen any of the people I know. You know what I mean? If you ordered the people you talk to on a daily basis from Amazon or in a catalog or something, I would have never picked them. There's a lot of people I don't have anything in common with. A lot of people who I don't even know the way their brains process things. A lot of people who just want to do things I never did. Gossip, talk about stuff. I want to debate things. I don't want to debate anybody on anything. I know what I think. You know what I mean? So even the people I don't particularly dislike, it wears on me. It's tiring because it's like, I don't, there's people who, you talk to and you be polite. Now because I'm still around and they're still around, it's like now I'm locked into being polite and listening to their crap that I was never interested in the first place. I'm not interested in your politics. I'm not interested in this thing over here. I'm not interested in doing any of the debates normal people are interested in. I have my opinions, and you want to talk about our opinions, fine. You want to try to convince me? No, thanks, because I don't feel like convincing you. I know what I think. I'm pretty good. I'm set pretty much with, I know what I think about everything. So I could talk to you about the weather. I could talk to you about, what's going on. But in terms of, even if I took all the celebrities that I hear speak, I wouldn't want to talk to them. Because it's like I already know what you think. You already know what I think. What's the point if we're not going to talk about something that has nothing to do with that? If we're not going to talk about, oh, mac and cheese is on sale, whatever, some common thing that has nothing to do. There's people really getting in my face. I almost had an argument with this lady in Dunkin' because she was being an idiot. And the problem is that when people are awful or lousy or not following the rules or doing things, like say you went to a library and somebody came in and started playing music, like like on their phone with no headphones, and the librarians didn't say anything, and you'd be like, to the point where you have to say something, and then everybody looks at you like you're being a Karen or you're being, but it's like that's what the library is for, to be quiet, not to play. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the world I'm in right now, where it's not even no rules. It's like people break rules to break them, like teenagers do. That's why I keep referring back to teenagers, because so much of the crap I'm dealing with, I feel like people just have this immature teenage behavior, wanting to be better than other people, silly competitions that aren't real competitions, just who can lick who, I guess. I hate that's that's probably what everything boils down to, but that's sad. That's so 1-year-old babies do that. If humans do not grow past or mature past their 1-year-old baby instincts, then I don't know what to do. And I don't know why I have to still tolerate it, pretend to be, I don't even know. Cuz it's just like I sit there and I don't engage, but I just sit there and I let people say what they want to say cuz they feel the need to speak, and I'm just, but I'm at the point now where I don't know. I really want to kind of tell people, go away, please leave me alone. I don't want to talk about that shit. Go find somebody who does. You know, and it's not that I hate people or anything. It's just, even though I didn't choose people, like I said, out of a catalog when I was younger, I feel like quite naturally there was a commonality with a lot of people, or you just happen to, because of your interests, or because there was a huge group of people out there in the world, that you tended to run into people who you had, if not common interests, you know what I mean? Your brains kind of work the same way, and you kind of, like, people who don't want to talk about gossip, who'd rather talk about news, let's say, they'd gravitate towards each other. Or people who don't want to talk at all and just want to sit around and read books, they'd gravitate towards each other, you know what I mean? But not all this stuff where it's like, it's just a hassle and a pain to have to be around people. To have to, I keep saying the word pretend. I don't put in an effort to pretend. I just don't get up and walk away. So because I'm sitting there, or because I'm waiting for the bus, or I'm on the bus, or I just happen to be where that person is, they keep talking about shit I could not, it's absolutely not interesting, and I don't know how it's interesting to them, and it's just like, you're talking to talk. I don't do that either. I watched Trap before in Italian with the Italian subtitles on, because my TV's not picking up any signal. So I had on Staying Alive the night before last. I love that movie so much. But it's like going to an archaeological dig, because it's a past that's so far in the past now to me, and I love that time. And I sit there and I watch it, and I want it. I can't even feel bad about it not being that time anymore. That's how far removed from it I am. But I love Staying Alive. I wish I had been able to be a dancer of some kind. I wish I lived in New York. But I don't even know what the new New York is like. I was talking to somebody about tickets, about how much Broadway tickets cost. And the reason I said it, because the other day I looked up off-Broadway tickets in Boston, and they were $200, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? The last time I went to Broadway, the tickets I paid for, granted they were in the top, tippy top, they were nowhere near $200, and I don't even think the expensive ones were. And that if that's 10 years ago, it's probably 8 years or something like that. I don't really remember. I saw Jake Gyllenhaal twice in Sunday in the Park with George, and I think when I went and saw Patrick Wilson with Brigadoon, I think it was after that. I'm not sure. I don't know which one came first. But like I said, I don't know what year it was. It could have been way more years, and I just lost the plot. But I was not paying $200 a ticket on Broadway for people who you just recognize their names. But going to a play in Boston with people either I've never heard of or they're very, minor celebrities, like, I don't even remember what I looked up. I just remember seeing $200 something and being like, what? In Boston. And that, like I said, I don't think it was front row, but I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Every time I've looked something up, it's that much money, and I'm just like, I'm priced out of being around anything I'm really, truly interested in, but I don't even think there's people like me anymore. People who like the things I like, or maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Because then how are there, every once in a while there's a movie that I love, or something I think is brilliant. Like, I used to be simpatico with South Park all the time. Like I said, so far this season's been terrible as far as I'm concerned. They had so much they could have talked about, but they didn't end up doing it. So, I don't know. And just Sheila going, hey, Netanyahu, blah, blah, blah. That wasn't anything. It's like we're on the precipice. I was saying to somebody the other day that it's 0 hour. This is end time 0 hour. This is no more dress rehearsal. This is no more decide what you want to believe and declare for house this or house that. The die's been cast. You are who you're gonna be forever and ever. Amen. That's it. It's over. That's why I wish it would just be over. I wish they would call the game. I wish they would blow the whistle and be like, okay, it's done. Time, because it's just a lot of, unless we're all dead and this is hell, or there's some kind of stupid limbo. It feels like limbo. Life feels like limbo. It doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't feel like regular life, and definitely is not heaven. Hell would probably be more interesting. But alright, let me shut up. I said what I had to say. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I thought about maybe I should do a rewatch of Staying Alive, which, again, I love. But I'm like, wait, I don't have a digital copy. So. But, yeah. I don't know what else is going on. What else is going on? Oh, they injured my Tom Holland. I said that I would fire anybody up if they hurt my kid. I don't have the strength, man. But, yeah, whoever they are, I hate them. I hate them forever and ever. I will always hate the people who hurt Tom Holland. I told you, even the actors I don't like. Henry Cavill got injured doing a stunt. I was watching Keanu Reeves get hurt. Not hurt, but they hung him from a string on the last Matrix movie, and then, it really looked he was working too hard on John Wick 4, and for what? You know what I mean? So it's like Tom Cruise does it because he wants to, but I just feel like with everybody else based on Keanu doing his own stunts and everybody's being pushed. All these actors are being pushed to be stuntmen, and it's like, no, that's what stuntmen were for. I've said it before, so I don't want to hear about any actors getting hurt. I mean, nobody should get hurt ideally, but the point of having stunts and stuntmen and stunt women was so that the actors could do the acting part, and the people who weren't such great actors but were willing to be injured for a lot of money would do that part. So I'm kind of ticked about that. But yeah, what else is going on? I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I am a mess. I've been a mess. I wish I felt better about things. I wish I felt better about people. I wish I felt better about the world, but I feel like I'm being dragged along by a string. Like I said in Donnie Darko, when that whatever that was, I guess it was supposed to be kind of coming from his solar plexus and pulling him along. I feel totally like I'm being pulled along like that now. Not to anything that makes me happy, but I can't think. So where I end up is going to be where I end up. What happens to me is going to be what happens to me. It's coming from without. It's not coming from within, as far as I can tell. And I'm always tired. All the time. It is what it is.